lie detector test, you were asked, did you have any sexual contact with any of your 3 daughters? You said no. And the lie detector said there was no deception.
Yes, thank God. What's up, YouTube? Poor Man Podcast back with another video. And today's video, all right, is going to be a mother. I'm just going to explain it because the title can be a little bit confusing. Basically, a mother accused a father of sexually assaulting his daughters when they were younger. So they've grown up to believe that he sexually assaulted them. All right, but before I get into the video, though, I got to do the YouTube stuff. The goal is 25,000 subscribers by June. It's a crazy goal. It's a big goal, but it's my goal. All right. The only way I'm going to get to my goal is if you give me the HBO special. Do you know what the HBO special is? That's the Help a Brother Out special. All right. So go in and help a brother out. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. I'm going to give y'all a second to do that. All right. Now let's get to the video. Let's see what they got to say.
Today, we're going to clean up the infection. We're going to tell the truth. Mr. Mansell, in your lie detector test, you were asked, did you have any sexual contact with any of your 3 daughters? You said no. And the lie detector said there was no deception.
Wow.
Yes, thank God.
How does that feel for you? And that your daughters know it.
Well, I felt they always did know it.
You felt they always did know it.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't speak it because?
They didn't know no better. They wasn't told no different.
Miss Yvonne took a lie detector test and said, did you make up or exaggerate any stories with the intention to harm Mansell? She responded no, and the answer was deceptive. Then,
Okay, and that is what makes this act, in and of itself, even more heinous of a crime. Okay, because not only did she lie about the situation, but she lied with the intent to harm him. Now, if she had been misled, that would be different, okay? If she had believed, or, one of the daughters, maybe because they're younger, they just don't understand, they came up and they suggested something that may have given her the feeling that something happened sexually between the father and them, then it would have been a little bit more justifiable. But the fact that she made a lie to manipulate the people around him, to attack him, to separate him from his daughters, is extremely heinous. He can't get that time back with his daughters. Luckily now, because they came onto a reality television show, they can get closure, okay? But they have to have their business all up in the world now, okay? And he can never get that time back, all right? Men will physically harm you. That is our way of showing aggression, okay? Of showing resolve, of defending ourselves. We'll show physical aggression. Women will use manipulation to destroy you, okay? That is why you don't see women ever in the wrong when there is a breakup or a bad breakup. It's always the man's fault, and women know that society will back them up when it comes and defend them in certain cases. So that's why they know that they can get away with lying about certain things and getting away with it, okay? Because society will believe women over men even if they're lying. That happens all the time. Where else do we see intent matter? A lot of the times we're getting away from intent mattering, all right? When it comes to comedy, a lot of people are against comedy and trying to take away First Amendment rights of freedom of speech because somebody says something offensive, all right? But the intent matters, all right? If I said something that may have offended you, but it was meant to make you laugh, although it still wasn't funny, it was just that, not funny. It wasn't meant to harm you. Now, if I said something with the intention to harm you, you know what I mean? It's going to be looked at differently. Another example, we got Derrick Jackson, right? A guy that's willing to tell a woman anything she wants to hear, but his intentions are to manipulate women. His intentions are to become financially, to grow financially, all right? While you look at Kevin Samuels, a guy who is completely honest. When you look at a lot of other red pill content creators, for that matter, completely honest, and even though they know it's going to affect their social lives negatively, their intent is to help so much that they're willing to take the social feedback, or they're willing to take the burden of people saying you're a sexist just because you said something that they didn't agree with, and they have no facts to back that up. But he's going to take that burden, and other content creators like Red Pill content creators, like you see here, we're willing to take that burden because our intentions are to really help. So people, don't get away from intent. Intent matters when it comes to conversation. Intent matters when it comes to actions, okay? If you shoot a person and you didn't mean to do it, you're going to get a lesser sentence than if you premeditatedly shot and killed the person, okay? Because intent matters. That is very important. And women will manipulate with intent to harm. That should be a criminal offense, is basically what I'm getting to. Let's continue the video.
He asked you, did you say something to the effect of, I'm going to make sure you're never happy again? She responded, no, and the answer was deceptive. So, Miss Yvonne has acknowledged that her story about you touching your children in a sexual way was not true. So, Miss Yvonne, is there anything that you wanted to say to Mr.
Disgusting.
Mansell?
That's disgusting.
Why didn't you fight for him harder if you knew you
Excuse
didn't
me.
do it?
And what is it that he could have said that would have made you not believe the lie you were telling? Miss Yvonne, you told the lie. It was a lie, and you told it. And you gotta own it.
I'm
Yeah, don't
sorry.
try to
I need
weasel
you to
out of
say
this.
that you did not rape your girls. I need to hear it come out your mouth the way I've always heard it, Ma.
I apologize for accusing you of raping them. Please forgive me.
You don't have to forgive her. You don't have to.
I cannot accept your apology
Boom. Never.
because
Are you kidding me?
it's not sincere. Deep down, I know that you didn't believe that. You knew I had no sexual desires for my children. For 25 years,
25
this thing
years.
has broken me. You don't know. It has affected my life in ways I can't even count. The things that you did. This is not no game. This is these children's lives. And it's just a demon in you that you need to deal with.
Okay, now that's the end of the video, and obviously, it's good to see because you have to see things like this, you know what I mean? But, for the guy, and of course his situation, it's never fun to have to, it sucks to have to be the example. But we'll get the most out of this example, and we'll try to warn as many men about this situation. But my final thoughts. This is a very extreme case of this, okay? This is a very extreme case of a woman manipulating her children to help her go against their father, okay? This is a very extreme case, but this happens all the time. It's just in a slighter manner, okay? It's just less obvious, okay? It's just not as big. A lot of the times there are great men. Most of the time, I would argue, there are great men that don't abandon their kids. They abandon situations, all right? And usually that situation is that woman. Women think that because they give birth to a man's child, even if he didn't want them to give birth to that child, that they have some kind of right to that man for the rest of his life. Sometimes they feel this way. I won't say all mothers feel this way, but sometimes they do, okay? And because they feel unappreciated, because they feel like they are owed something, they feel entitled to that man's life now because they gave birth to a child, and he's not giving her that, she will turn the children against the father and make up all kinds of lies about the man, saying that he's not a good father, he never wanted to be here, this, and that, when a lot of the times it was the mother being the one that's vigilant, being the one that's living like they have something to prove. A lot of times that's the mother doing that. Okay, and I'm hoping that at some time, maybe, I don't know, maybe sometime when men start to want to stand up for certain situations, we can get more like fair rulings in paternity court. Okay, but like, I really want that to happen, because there are so many cases where a man is out of his children's life, which affects them exponentially. So it's literally just a mother scorn. It's just a mother wanting everybody in the situation to suffer because she feels like she's suffering. Okay, and they do it with the intent to harm the father's image in the children's head. So it should be seen as an offense. That should be seen as abuse. Okay. But I ain't gonna go too far into it. I'm gonna keep this video a little short and sweet. Till next time.